If you have a red $2 bill, watch this now. Now, a lot of people actually still think that $2 bills are rare, but little do they know, you could actually go to your local bank and get $2 bills right now. But in this video, we're going over red $2 bills, which are 100% genuine United States legal tender. Also, all the sales in this video are backed by real data from Heritage Auctions. They are final sales for genuine bills. Now, the legal tender was actually the first type of US paper money, first authorized during the Civil War to help finance the war effort. Unlike silver certificates, which were backed by silver, or Federal Reserve notes, what we use today, legal tenders were backed only by the credit of the US government. Now you may be asking, why are they red? The red ink was chosen to distinguish them from other types of notes, like blue seal silver certificates, green seal Federal Reserve notes, yellow seal North African notes, or gold seal gold certificate bills. Now that we got that out of the way, right off the bat, we have quite a doozy for you. So typically, every single banknote that you look at is going to have what's called a back plate and front plate position number and sometimes letter. Essentially, a plate position is the position of that specific bill on the printing plate. It's an internal number that the US BEP can use to see where that specific bill is located. Long story short, this one is actually missing that back plate number. We'll show you what that back plate number typically looks like. So if your $2 bill legal tender note is missing a backplate number, that could make it rare and valuable, and this one sold for $360. $660 for this 1953 $2 legal tender bill. Now during the printing process, not many people know that the back of the bill is actually the first print, then the second print is everything you see on the front, which is black, and the third and final print is going to be that overprint, which is the red seal and serial numbers. This one has its first print misaligned, which is the back of the bill, and that's why it sold for $660. $1,080 for this 1928 $2 bill legal tender note. Now it's important to know that you should not be folding your bill whatsoever. Every single fold that you put in your bill will decrease its grade, therefore decreasing its value. So do not fold your bill, keep it very safe and secure. But the main reason why this one sold for $1,080 is going to be because of the back being inverted. It's upside down. That's going to dramatically increase the value. It sold for $1,080. $1,500 for this 1928 $2 bill legal tender note. Now this one got graded by PMG at a choice very fine 35, and essentially what a mule note is when the back plate number and the front plate numbers should not have gone together. So what happened back in the day is they printed a bunch of the backs of the bills, and sometimes when they needed to do a new production run, they wouldn't have any backs to be printed for that specific series. So what they do is they would pull different stock from a different series and link it up together. So essentially the back of the bill should not have ever gone with the front of this bill. You can tell if you have a mule note by looking at the size of the back plate number versus the front plate number. If the sizes are different, there's a chance you have a mule. This specific mule back plate number is 290, and this one sold for $1,500. $1,620. It's a 1963 $2 bill. Now understand that the later year $2 bills that you come across are generally going to be worth less money than the older ones. So 1928 is definitely the year that you want to go for if you were able to find one of these bills. This one's from 1963, but it still sold for $1,620, and the main reason it sold for so much money is simply going to be that grade. This one literally got the perfect grade of 70, which is so hard to come across. Now, like I said, from 60 to 70 means that you have a brand new bill with no folds on it whatsoever. The way to get from 60 all the way up to 70 is mainly going to come down to the centering of the margins. The more centered your bill is, the more of a chance you have of it being highly graded by a company like PMG or PCGS. The better the centering, the higher the grade, the more money it's going to be worth. This one sold for $1,620 because it got the perfect grade of 70. So back in the day, you could actually get a pack of legal tender bills from your bank. This is a pack of 1963 legal tender $2 bills. There are 100 notes total, so the face value of $200, and this pack sold for $1,920. $3,360. Now this is from 1928. It's a $2 bill. PMG graded it at a very fine 30. This one is also what we call a star note. Now star notes are pretty rare because what a star note is essentially a replacement bill. So it was produced to replace any errors, misprints, any damaged bills that happened during the printing process. So this bill was out in public hands because it replaced a damaged bill, and you can tell that because of the star. This one, even though it's in lower grade, it's a very hard bill to come by. It sold for $3,360. $4,800. Now during the printing process, the back of the bill is printed first, then the front of the bill is printed second, and then the third and final print is going to be this overprint. So the red seal, serial numbers, and the signatures are all printed last. You can see here that it was actually inverted during the printing process, and what's so cool about a bill like this is the fact that it was heavily circulated. So more than likely this was used as what we call a pocket piece, because typically someone would find a bill like this pretty quickly and put it in their pocket to hold on for a collectible experience here, because if this bill actually circulated and was paid for a very long time, it is amazing that no one noticed that the overprint was actually upside down. This bill is super hard to come by, very rare, very valuable. That's why it sold for $4,800. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.